Hello there, and welcome to today's Daily Dominion. Go. Alright, goes. Okay, so we have lots of sets. Way of the Seal, okay. It's funny, we have two top decking things, both Tiara and Way of the Seal can top deck cards. We don't have all VP, which would be a little helpful here, or like some sort of attack would be nice. I mean, I can tell right now what the AI is going to do. The AI will play Masquerade Fool's Gold, which is going to be reasonably good here. We're going to play Masquerade Fool's Gold also, but we're going to play it with a good amount of other stuff. So we're going to play with Tiaras, which the bot will sometimes pick up it. And hopefully Warehouse and Village Green. So Village Green activates when you discard it, or gets a little bonus when you discard it. Warehouse is great for that. I don't think I'm going to open Sentinel. So Sentinel's a really good trasher in general, but I think here that without like a workshop or some other powerful, I guess I'm thinking payload. I'm thinking we just get the Masquerades at the start and then we'll trash that way, and we're going to want to be able to buy a 3 or a 4 most turns anyway. I don't think it's crazy to get Sentinel, but I'm not going to do it. So the question is whether I go Tiara Mask or like, I think it's probably got to be Tiara Mask. The other option would be, I think, double Masquerade as a possibility. Now here, this is probably a little early, but I'm going to go ahead and pick up the 2 Fool's Golds. That's pretty much all the Fool's Golds that we really need. Maybe one more. But let's see now. This should probably just be a second Masquerade, honestly. It could be Village Green, but these draws aren't super great. By which I mean that drop in particular was pretty bad, but that's okay. Well, we don't have Mass Collision, which is nice. And we can top deck a Village Green, which is nice. I guess you could also do Quest Village Green. I don't think that's particularly good, but you could do it. Maybe we'll get to do it here, actually. We get to go Fool's Gold. I guess that's the question, whether we want to quest and get a Village Green activation or buy a card. Because we can put a couple things on top. Thinking Village Green Warehouse on top is maybe just a little better than doing the quest. So I think the quest makes sense, honestly. But I mean, I think the quest is fine, because so the bot's probably gonna go, wow, that's a lot of money. That's like a lot of money. Anyway, but we do get 2 activations here, which hopefully we can find at least one of the Masquerades. Okay. Kind of annoying. Well, this is a little sad. I guess if we find, there we go. I'm gonna still play this Village Green, right? Because the chances are we draw. There's a chance of drawing the Masquerade. What's the estate situation at this point? They still have 1. Okay, that was kind of the worst of the draws, because there's also Tiara. Tiara would have been good. We could buy a Festival, but it's probably worse than a Tiara, to be honest. We probably at this point I played for the better draw. Like if we had hit Masquerade or Tiara this turn, would have gotten a lot better. Otherwise, it would have made sense to just do the Village Green first duration effect. Would have been a more conservative play, but all right. This is the bad thing. It's all right though, to be perfectly honest. So now we can buy Quest. And I think a Fool's Gold. I think I would like a third Fool's Gold. Yeah, that's probably good that we got that in time. So now we can technically play 6 Fool's Gold effects, which is still a lot of cash. We know there's no Masquerade down in here. So let's just do that. I guess we could have just not played it. Well, no, that's... I mean, we want to buy 2 things. So here, there's a warehouse, right? Let's go ahead and get... Or not warehouse. We know there's a warehouse on top. Let's go ahead and get... We can play these. Play Village Green on top. And I think a Tiara would be nice buy. We're still a little underdrawn, to be honest. I haven't quite done as good there as I could, so maybe just a Masquerade on top. Okay, the bucket's their second province. Not a problem. You have to click a lot. I'm trying not to mess them up because some of them are some of them are not undoable. So I'm trying not to mess this. This is not. I mean, this is kind of just an annoying thing to make an interface for, not necessarily that the interface is so bad or anything. All right, now we're clean. So we are probably at a point where we don't necessarily want to trash the coppers. I mean, one thing you can do, we're gonna have enough money to buy reasonably good stuff here, but one thing you can do is buy a copper and top deck it, which isn't crazy. Okay. I'm trying to think what our best path is. We don't really want to green yet. I think we do want another Tiara. Not on top. Just more wishing wells and not wishing wells, village greens and warehouses and masquerades. Just even that stuff is pretty good. Let's put a warehouse on top. I think that's a reasonable thing to pass, and like a festival gain would be okay too. You get a lot of buys from the tiaras. Playing tiara, this is a nice plus buy card. We could also get some improves if we wanted to have them at the end for festival or for duchy gaining shenanigans. That's not too crazy either. I don't know that we need it necessarily, but We're gonna have like 2 more buys and even more money next turn. We draw, though we probably will want to green a little bit the next turn. They go to 5 and we double plus like should be fine. How much money did I have here? I mean, I want to have triple cash, so what do I have? Tiara, Tiara, Tiara. Plays 6 fool's golds, which gives us 21, 22, 23. Okay, so we're not quite to... So let's get an improve. Either improve or festival, I guess. This is the issue. This is why I got a warehouse on top, actually. Because it's a pretty reasonable thing to throw away there. Okay. We can do it again even. Maybe I should have gotten another masquerade. Didn't really count out the... Probably one. Well, what do we get here if we don't? We get 1, 2, we get 5, 7, 9, 10, 12. We better draw. This was not great, but I think it's on me. I should have gotten another masquerade. Quite a bit difference in the cash. Okay, we're gonna top deck a warehouse, and then we're gonna buy province. And I think village green and masquerade. We could top deck a copper. Is that safe? I guess if we were going to... Well, they just played their masquerade, right? So they're not playing masquerade at all. I probably could have trashed one of these coppers. I don't think so. We don't really need the duchy yet. I was a little worried about this outcome. Which is we're still not drawing. Okay. Well, here we need to, again, we don't have to worry about the masquerade yet, but now I feel like we need to score some more. In case they province again, which is going to be a little bit hard to outscore. But just duchy is fine. Assuming we get to the... There should be some coppers down in here. I think. Apparently we just have all the village greens. Well, that sucks. That order there is terrible. That it went 5. I should have known what the deck contents were, but that's actually incredibly unfortunate that we don't get any plus cards out of the warehouse for that village green. There are a few more village greens in the deck, but I don't know the order of this. This could go a little bit scary. How much money do we even need? We only need 16, so I'm not really sure what the less necessary thing is. This is probably is it the TR or is it the Fool's Gold? We still have 3 Fool's Golds in there. We need the plus buy more than we need the... I mean, it's 3 and 3, right? The 2 Fool's Gold TR. So in that sense, they're kind of equivalent. You need the plus buy in. I mean, they're the same. I think they're roughly the same. As far as how important they are. I guess we should count money and see if using Way of the Seal is already enough. I don't think it is. Oops. Thankfully, that's undoable. It's like a question here of whether we get to, I was going to say, whether we get to another Masquerade or whether we get to the full, like there's another Fool's Gold down in here. Okay. This is not quite it. This will be 5, 7, 9, 10, 12. We can't province. Great. There's a warehouse on top. So annoying. If we had found a Fool's Gold, obviously we get there. Okay, so that's all the coppers as well, I believe. Oh no, there should be 1 copper, I think. We really can't buy province. We have to top deck this. And then duchy. And probably Masquerade again. We probably need to again take a duchy. I don't know. I was wrong about there being a... Okay. I was wrong about there being a copper. I was right about there being a warehouse. We're in this situation again. Again, double works. I should have probably just tossed the improve the last time, to be honest. Since we didn't need the... But it is money. I don't know. I think this is the play here. But it's still hard. Alright, well this is the end of it, and this is still not... I'm dying here. Of course, now we only have the 1 other Fool's Gold, I guess, but... Oh boy. We didn't even get the improve, so we don't get to buy. We may not win this. What was there? If we were deck tracking really well, we could maybe know what they're at. I think they're going to province this turn pretty likely. This was terrible. This is now the deck just doesn't even hardly have draw. If they festival and have 9 and I do this, they can pile out. So I don't think I'd do the village green, even though it would have been nice to draw some of the it would have been nice to draw some of the stuff dead. Draw some village greens, I mean, because we could have quested. I don't think we're going to make it. They haven't played the Masquerade in a while. It's probably in hand. It missed the shuffle, but then they... I don't know. It could still be down below or... They didn't have the festival. I mean, this is still... I mean, it's not really doable. Where is the warehouse? You know what killed me was that turn I had played five village greens into warehouse. That was insane. I don't think we're gonna get there, which we really should be able to win this game, but so infuriating. That's actually infuriating. This should just be not necessarily trivial to win, but it should be pretty easy to win. Let me see where we had... I mean, the bad part about this is that it feels like now I'm just probing the RNG seed. If I go back and play, like, I just know what some of the draws are, so what is even the point necessarily? Like, this was maybe my first... hard decision point, and I just didn't get... This is where I add the improve, right? Lose a mask. Can do this. It may just have been a situation where we needed to of course we had two masquerades bottom deck. That's stupid. I shouldn't have played that one village green so quick, but and I have 3. See, these are so stupid. Because of course now we're gonna make it. Without any issue. to triple province here. Oh. See, the bot even passes gold because whatever it knows that it's over. So that's so bad to have lost this. I don't even know what was that different about these buys. I don't even remember what I bought on the original one that is like different here that this works out. So, and it's like, I mean, I think I bought a little more draw on that one turn than I did in the original, but I don't even remember if that's true. I mean, of course, we would have won that one turn if we had passed Tiara rather than Fool's Gold, but like, you don't. I guess you needed 2 Fool's Golds to win, and you only needed 1 Tiara. So it was better to pass Tiara, actually. They weren't totally symmetric. Like, you did need both cards to win, but you needed 2 Fool's Golds, but you only needed 1 Tiara. Is that even true? That's not even strictly true, is it? Because you're not necessarily getting to $16 if you just have the 9 from 3 Fool's Golds and the rest of the money. I don't think even that's true. I'm not sure the pass was necessarily a mistake. It was just like, I think one thing I could have done, that would have been hard too, but I could have potentially played Masquerade earlier. So the turn I had like 1 million villages into Warehouse, I could have played Masquerade earlier and like passed a village green and still gotten more draw out of it in the end, probably. If we draw the Masquerade a little sooner. I'm not sure. It was very bad. That was unfortunate. There were like 2 really unfortunate draws. But you still should be able to win here. Like, the engine is just better. It shouldn't really be. I mean, they put some pressure on you as far as greening, but it still shouldn't. You shouldn't have any trouble once you have the good turns. So that sucks. I don't know even here. Yeah, whatever. This was actually further or earlier than I thought. This was like the turn that I went back to, right? This is the turn I went back to. And I don't know what I did originally. It wasn't that different. I didn't buy province here at this point, I don't think, in the real game. But maybe I did. You know they have a Masquerade, right? We can top deck. This is me just draw cheating now, but did that change it? Did they get a province in the real game? Or this Copper Pass lets them get a province, I think. That's funny too. Because in the actual games we passed Warehouse or then Masquerade in the replay. That's kind of funny if that's like what allows the bot to that's what allows the bot to get so now they cash out double. I don't know if they did that in any of the times we played. There are 3 masquerades down in here. Say if we bought them, this last card's a masquerade. If we, and now the bot is passing fool's golds. Okay, so this is like a spot where the bot also has already decided to resign, which is really weird to me, but kind of surprising that this part of their, like the bot does this sometimes where it just starts doing complete nonsense. But it's a little strange that it's being triggered at this point. Because, like, they could have passed copper. Can even get another one is fine. Oh, look, 30 fool's gold. Oh, no warehouses. Man, this game is quite silly at times. This is one of those that sincerely makes me think the shuffles are bugged. This particular turn here. All right, so this is another line. I'm just playing around with the lines because, like I said before, I think the so this one they get another province and they get in the other one because they that copper pass lets them buy a province. But anyway, it's still not particularly hard in the end. All right, well, at some point I just have to accept my shame. This really shouldn't be a loss, but I guess my buys and draws were bad enough that didn't work out. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Get back on the horse.